Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the table. We're back after taking some time off. Hope it is now 2021 officially, and I hope everybody had a safe holiday, Happy New Year, all that jazz. Although, if I'm being honest, January, whew, it has been a month. Let's say that. We are recording on January 22nd, 2021. It is Friday as of this recording, although by the time this goes up, it's probably much later than that. So, but we are back to bring you the news, ladies and gentlemen. There has been plenty of news over this month, and we're going to try and cover it all. I am, of course, Antonio Padilla. With me, as always, my right-hand man, Cliff Miller, the Red Dog. Say what's up, Cliff.
The wet bandits are here! I got water all over me.
That was great. That was great. Physical comedy at its best. That was fantastic. I love it. Was not expecting it. That was brilliant.
I'm like someone could be pissed they got water all over the bed.
Oh man, that's going to be an awkward conversation. And also with us is Mr. Swagtastic. Swag, say what's up.
Hey, what's up?
There he is. There he is. A man of few words. I'm sure he was like, how am I going to follow that up with the water?
Yeah. It's not like I can have just a meteor crash through the wall behind me and have me walk out of the meteor and be like, hey, what's up? No, I can't do that. That's not.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Did y'all ever see that song? It's called Cool Guys Walk Away from Explosions.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, that's all I can think about.
Oh man. All right, so boys, let's get into it because we got a lot of news to talk about. We're gonna open up with some hashtag fake nerd news, and this is something that I was talking to Swag about before we started recording. Like, this is something that's still like really irritating me. So Cliff, was this like, it was last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that? This story started circulating that Chris Evans was in talks to return to the Marvel Universe as Captain America. And almost immediately, Chris Evans took to his Twitter account to be like, this is the first I'm hearing of it. Which is basically him like, no, it's not true. But the reason I say this is still irritating to me is because I literally, yesterday, still saw people running this story as if it's true. Even though, like I said, Evans himself has debunked it. Like, no, it's not true. So, if you guys want to double check, go ahead and head over to Chris Evans' Twitter account where he straight up was like, this is the first I'm hearing of it. I don't know where you guys are getting your news. Yeah. So, look, I just wanted to open up with this because it's like, knock it off, guys. Like, I know everybody wants like Robert Downey Jr. to come back, even though his character's dead, and Cap pretty much got a pretty good send-off for his character. And Evans, when he was done with Endgame, he basically said like, no, this is the end of the story for me. So, but yeah, so once again, the internet just going crazy. Cliff, you have any thoughts on this story?
Yeah, I just need people to stop. Just stop. Like, I get it, because with the idea of like Doctor Strange and like the alternate universes and stuff being something that we're gonna be like exploring, it does not mean that these guys will come back. They might make cameos.
Sure.
Could happen, but stop being like, they're coming back, man. They're not coming back. Not coming back. It is what it is. At this current time that we know, they're not coming back, and you should stop thinking that they're coming back.
Word. Straight up. Swag, you have anything to say about it?
In the words of Filthy Frank, it's time to stop. Just stop it.
Stop it. Just let things be where they be. You know what I mean? Just let them be.
Seriously.
So yeah, that's really all we have to say about this story from the man himself. It's not happening. So there we go. Hashtag fake nerd news. There it is. All right, so let's get into it because we got something real big that dropped yesterday, Thursday. Like I said. Oh, what's up, Cliff? What's up?
I was just randomly thinking of like, could you imagine if someone like ran a story where they're like, Chris Evans returning back to the comic universe, and everybody's like, oh, he's coming back to Captain America, and they show a picture of him in a Superman suit. Like,
That would be funny. That would be hilarious. I would die laughing if that happened.
yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, that'd be so. Oh, I'd be done. I'd be done. Or he comes back as Green Lantern. Oh
So,
my god,
that'd be cool.
the heart attacks that Marvel fans would be going through.
Oh my god, their heads would explode if that happened.
COVID would have nothing on what would happen if that happened.
Nope, not at all. Oh my god. And perfect transition, Cliff, because we got to talk about Superman and Lois trailer, which dropped yesterday, which is fantastic. I saw this trailer and immediately my reaction was, this does not look like a CW show. Swag, I hope when you're editing this, put that trailer up so that anyone who hasn't seen it knows what we're talking about.
It's playing right now.
Yeah, they are legitimately spending real money on this show, and it shows just based on the trailer. Like, for a second there, I was like, "Is this a movie? Like, what happened? I thought this was a TV show." But it just looks incredible, and there's a reason for that. Like I said, Warner Brothers and DC are clearly putting real money into the show, from having LJ Supersuits build Tyler's new Superman suit. And I don't think I mentioned this on the show before, but I don't know the name of the company, but the same visual effects house that works on all the Netflix shows, whether that's Stranger Things, The Witcher, all those big shows over at Netflix. And it's the same company that does all the effects over at Disney Plus. So they are doing the visual effects on this show. And once again, if you saw the trailer, it shows like they're putting in real money into this production. And I actually understand now why they held off on showing footage for so long, because I think they knew like they wanted it to be something special for fans. And this trailer is only about a minute long anyways. So, we haven't even seen, I think we've only seen the tip of the iceberg, if that. So yeah, I was really blown away by the trailer, the production, just everything that's on display in this trailer. Like, I'm super hyped. I saw a lot of people, and Cliff said this to me as well, but I saw a lot of people yesterday when the trailer dropped saying, like, I had no intention of watching this show, but this trailer has turned me around. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that. So yeah, I'm going to throw this over to Swag, because I know you saw the trailer as well. What did you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I legitimately thought like it was a movie watching that.
Yeah.
Like, they are really going all out for it. And I was already pretty excited to see what they were going to do, but like now, like I definitely want to see what they're going to do, what the rest of the show is going to look like, and the story. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be carving out some time for this, for sure.
Yeah, it looks great, man. I'm going to say something here, and like, please, people, do not interpret this as me like, crapping all over all the other CW shows, because you know how much I love those shows. But this show looks so cinematic that, looking back at all these other shows, they kind of look like sitcoms compared to this. You know what I mean? Like the visual style. Those shows clearly look like television shows. This one does not. Cliff, what were your thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, I thought the trailer looked very good. I love the fact that, his sons were there and they're like, what do you mean? You're Superman. We've known you our whole life. Like, bruh, them glasses clearly got past you. I keep harping on this one thing. But yeah, I really like the trailer, and you're right. Visually, it really told me, like, hey, the rest of the CW shows have to step their game up in production, because they're not wasting any money on this show. They're really all in, and you can definitely tell, like, the level of details, the storytelling is like getting a little bit more intense. Like, I'm very appreciative of what's going on with the show.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about how they announced the Wonder Girl show. Like, if they're going to be putting in the same level of production into that, like, let's go. I'm into it. Let's do it. I can't wait. So, if you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. Superman and Lois debuts on the CW February 23rd. They're promoting it as a 2-hour premiere, but the premiere is actually only 90 minutes, and then there's going to be a half-hour special after that. So that's what makes up the 2 hours. So just to clarify for anyone who might be confused on that. So, and again, if you don't have cable, like I haven't had cable for like 4 years now. You can watch these shows for free on the CW.com, or if you download the app, you can watch it on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, on your smart TV, which is where I'm watching things now. So yeah, CW, February 23rd, Superman and Lois. Trailer looks great. Can't wait for the show. Looks awesome. All right, let's move on to the next story. This is something that I know Cliff is going to be. Well, actually, I know all three of us are really happy about this. I got this shirt on, which I was not on purpose. Just happened to be what I'm wearing. So, as you know, in the past, we've spoken pretty regularly about the fate of the Deadpool live-action movie franchise and whether or not it's going to continue at all. And if it does continue, whether it's going to be an R-rated movie or PG-13 movie. We finally got our answers. This was, again, I'm not sure exactly when this was. Cliff, help me. It was either last week or the week before. Might have been even further than that.
Yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago.
It was a while ago. But Kevin Feige confirmed Deadpool 3 is happening. It will be rated R, and it will be set in the MCU. Now, that was a big relief for me on all of those things. And so I'm gonna go ahead and say, you know what, Kevin Feige, I'm gonna take back some of the things I said about you. Not all of them, some of them. So thank you very much, Cliff. How do you feel about this?
I am glad that they're sticking with the rated R theme. I would definitely hate to see the PG-13 version of Deadpool, even though I watched the PG version of Deadpool. It's just, I don't know. I'm so worried because like. It still comes back down to the line of like, hey, like, even if there's a director there, it's Kevin Feige's vision.
That's true.
No pun intended for what's coming later today. But it's his idea, and you're still getting Kevin Feige's Deadpool. Even if it's rated R, it's Kevin Feige's Deadpool in the MCU and how it fits into the rest of the universe.
You know what? That's true. But considering, like we talked about this, last month or 2 months ago, Ryan Reynolds actually approved and hired the writers on this script. So again, I don't know. Like, you could be right, Cliff, but I'm gonna go ahead and be cautiously optimistic about this because, like I said, just the fact that he's even allowing it to be rated R, or even just continuing at all, is, I think, a pretty big victory. But you're right. You're right. Swag, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely I was worried before, but yeah, now that we know that they're going for the R rating, I'm definitely less worried and more excited to see the third movie in this series. It being in the MCU is actually a pretty interesting idea.
It really is.
So yeah, I can't wait to see what Deadpool's gonna do. If he's probably gonna mention a lot of things and make a lot of jokes about a lot of things in the MCU. So yeah, I definitely can't wait to see that stuff.
Especially if Josh Brolin's Cable comes back, because that's gonna be I mean, he already straight up called him Thanos in Deadpool 2.
He did.
Can't wait to see where that goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I am excited, but like Cliff said, like, I think that we should approach with caution, for sure. And honestly, like what you were saying, Swag, like if he's gonna make jokes about it or what, I'm actually worried about how much of that he's gonna be able to get away with.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Feige does kind of, he's kind of real protective of all that stuff, and I'm not sure, like, even if it's like in a self-defecating way, I'm not sure he would be okay with that, but we'll see. We will definitely see.
I know. I heard a great pitch for Deadpool 3 and the thought process on TikTok. I can't
Yeah.
get out of my head, and I'll tell you guys what it is, right? So it starts off with Deadpool in a restaurant, and it's at the scene where Captain America is fighting Thanos, and like all the realms are starting to open up,
Yeah.
and Deadpool just happens to look through, and he sees like there's this itty bitty hole, right? And he's like looking through, and he realizes it's the fight, Avengers Endgame, and so he's trying to do everything that he can to like open the portal. He's like stretching it and like putting his face in, and he can't get in, right? But then at the end, like he gives up because it finally closes on him, and he's just like, "What the?" And then like goes on to like the next scene, but he's so bitter that he just wants to go around and kill all the MCU characters. And so like he's trying to fight everybody. I was like, dude, like if we could
Deadpool
get
versus Marvel
Deadpool killed,
Universe.
yeah, Marvel universe, I'm so in for this.
I'd that too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I just want to imagine seeing like Ryan Reynolds like trying to push his face through like one of the realm holes, like come on.
Yeah.
I'm so close, I can taste it. He's just like, oh man, that'd be great.
Just hit somebody with one of my pick stickers.
Yeah, dude, that would be cool. I would love to see that movie for sure. For sure. But, like I said, we're going to have to wait and see what they do. No release date confirmed. Like I said, I don't even think they have a director. We know they have writers, but that's about it. So we will keep you guys updated. The more we know, the more you'll know. So yeah, there it is. Deadpool 3. It's happening, which I'm happy about. Let's get into it. Boys, ladies and gentlemen out there who are watching, let's get into this. You knew it was coming. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Boy, do I have a lot of updates on this project. But first of all, the big one, we got to talk about it. So it was originally announced that this would be released on HBO Max as a 4-part miniseries, 1 hour each. That is no longer the case. Now, I've known about this for a while, but I was waiting for the official announcement. And you can even, I did talk to Swag about this a little bit. I was like, it might not be a series anymore. It might be just a movie. But Zack Snyder himself did finally confirm it's a movie. It's no longer a miniseries. It's a 4-hour movie. We'll be dropping on HBO Max in March. We are more or less 2 months away from that release. And so it's going to be a 4-hour movie, and I'm hyped because, honestly, that's the way Zack wanted to present it to people. And the miniseries thing came about. I did talk to Swag about this when I was originally talking to him about it. Like, it might not be that anymore. The reason they were doing that is because, Cliff, you'll remember, HBO Max did have a 7-day free trial period. That's why they wanted to split it up into 4 episodes, so that you couldn't just use the free trial to watch the movie and then be like, all right, I'm done. They wanted to make sure you came back every week. But they did away with the free trial right before Wonder Woman 84 hit. And so since that's not a thing anymore, they're like, screw it, just release it as a movie. Let's do it. And look, like I said, I'm cool with this. I'm okay with it. I am not upset at all. Like, just give me 4 hours of that movie. Let's do it. Let's do it. So that's sort of the big announcement that came out in regards to the movie. Cliff, how do you feel? What do you think? Are you going to sit through 4 hours?
I mean, I'm gonna have to. Like, the Justice League movie needs to redeem itself. Like, let's be real. No, it's. But the crazy thing is, it's a 4-hour movie, and I just hope that the movie's like well kept as a pace. Like the pacing of it is kept so that way. Like I just don't think it's 4 hours long, because the real thing is like I want to feel like I'm spending half my workday watching this movie.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, because Swag and I had a conversation very similar about this when the announcement came out. Because I remember Swag, and not to steal your story, Swag, but like told him, and he was kind of disappointed. He was like, "Oh man," but then he quickly turned around and he was like, "Well, like you were saying, Cliff, about pacing." He was like, "Well, the pacing," because he remembers he's seen the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman, which is a little over 3 hours long, but that movie is paced so well. The Ultimate Edition is paced so well that you do not feel the 3-hour runtime. and
Right.
that is the only version of that movie that I watch, and it never feels like 3 hours to me. The theatrical cut, on the other hand, you feel the 2 hour 45-minute time on that one, but that's
Yep.
because the pacing is all off because they cut stuff out and rearranged things. But when you watch the Ultimate Edition, that's the original vision Zach had for it, and it just flows so naturally. So I 100%, yeah, the pacing, I guarantee you it will, you won't feel the 4 hours. I guarantee you. Swag, what about you? I know I kind of stole your story there, but like, what are your thoughts? How do you feel?
No, yeah, like I'm definitely a lot less like worried about sitting through it now. As you
Mhm.
mentioned, like yeah, like I'm sure Zach's got the pacing down and it's gonna fly by.
Yeah.
Um, but like yeah, like I can't wait to watch it. And honestly, I did want it to be one whole thing. I didn't want to have to like watch it and then have it stop and then watch it start
Watch it.
again and then stop and
Yeah.
then yeah. So yeah, I'm just glad that it's all one thing and that we can watch it from start to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Same. That's how I feel as well. Uh, but yeah, so like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Zack Snyder's Justice League 4 hour movie dropping on HBO Max in March. That's gonna be It's gonna be awesome. I wanted to bring up as well, for collectors out there, merchandise is already hitting the store shelves again. Swag knows this because I picked it. I did not get this. I was not sent this. I was not given it for free. I had to spend my own money on it. But I found they had it's a set, like a little set. It comes with the Justice League Batmobile and a little metal Batman action figure that you can pose with the Batmobile. And yeah, it was only $10. I found it at the local Walmart, and I was like, "Yo, merch is already hitting the merch is hitting the stores." And also, McFarlane Toys did confirm that they are going to be releasing action figures based on Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're going to get 3 figures that come in a variant. There's going to be Black Suit Superman. There's going to be the classic blue and red Superman. You're going to get a Batman variant, which is going to be Batman, but then the variant is going to be Batman unmasked. So you'll get that. You'll probably get a really dope Ben Affleck head sculpt.
Yeah.
Cyborg is also going to come in a variant where you'll get standard Cyborg, but then Cyborg with the face shield, which was in a lot of the marketing, but was not in the theatrical cut of that movie. And then the regular figures we're going to get are Aquaman and the Flash. They did not announce a Wonder Woman figure, but that's because they released Wonder Woman 1984 action figures already, and you can just slot that figure right in with your Justice League collection as well. And then they did confirm. So the regular McFarlane toys are 7-inch scale. They confirmed a Steppenwolf and Darkseid 10-inch scale figure. So I really I can't wait to get my hands on that. Also, I'm wondering if they're waiting on announcing a possible Deathstroke and or Joker figure for this line. We'll have to wait and see, but that is happening. That's very cool. Can't wait. No photos of these figures have been released yet, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Also, the final thing I want to mention in regards to merchandise for this movie, Zack Snyder released an official T-shirt for the movie featuring our first look at armored Darkseid in the movie. And Swag, throw that up right now for everyone to see.
There you go.
There it is. You can get this T-shirt on the official Shop DC website as well. They have 2 other ones as well, but I don't have the artwork for those. Swag, if you can, go ahead and throw some screenshots from the website up on there, if you can.
All right.
So, merchandise, it's happening. We're getting so close. That's how you know this thing is about to drop, when you see all this merchandise hit, like I said, store shelves or it's online. So, all that being said, boys, how do you feel? Cliff, I'm gonna throw it to you.
There's a lot of information to digest, so all I'm going to say is, booyah!
Yeah, good one. I think that says it all, Cliff.
Yeah.
Swag, what about you?
Yeah, like it's just hyped, man. Like even more hyped. Can't wait. Definitely gonna be. I definitely want a freaking T-shirt with that Darkseid design.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hype. I saw Ray Porter who plays Darkseid. He was grinning from ear to ear when that shirt first popped up. He's so happy, and I'm happy for him, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, good for you, man. That's awesome. So yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost here. So yeah, let's get into. Let's talk about games, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news. Swag, do you wanna take games first before I get into my stuff, or
Yeah, sure.
yeah, because you've got
So,
quite a bit to talk about than I do.
yeah. So I guess let's start with like the thing that has kind of been uh in my my corner of gaming over the past however many months now. Uh, as you guys already know, like I've been talking about Fortnite since the Marvel season.
Yeah.
And this season is even more nuts somehow.
Oh.
uh, so this whole season, I think we already talked about it. It's basically the theme is rounding up the best hunters all over different universes.
Yes.
So I honestly shouldn't have been surprised when last week they started giving us Predator challenges and rewards.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And then this week, or last week, since now that this episode is up, but the skin was added to the game and for free, which was amazing. The skin, an emote, and like a bunch of other stuff. It was amazing, and I'm still using Predator right now.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna become a Predator main. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, and then they revealed that the T800 and Sarah Connor would be coming to Fortnite, and they are in the shop currently.
I saw the video. I told Swag about this. I saw the video
Yeah.
when it was like you see the scene from Terminator 2 where the hand is going down into the molten metal, and then Homeboy like pops in and like grabs him by the hand and pulls him up. Like, that was pretty cool. Like, I dug that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Sarah Connor model, it's Sarah Connor from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So yeah, go ahead, Swag.
Yeah, even if you're listening to the episode the day this episode releases, that they should still be in the store. There is a bundle for both skins and everything that comes with them. So, if you are playing Fortnite or if this, is getting you into it, then you can pick that up. I really want to pick up the bundle because I'm a real big Terminator guy myself. And of course, because of my brother and my dad.
Yeah.
I really want that bundle, but these were really amazing, and I can't wait to see who they add next. So yeah, this was pretty big stuff that happened over these past however many weeks.
It really is, and I know I made the joke already. I don't think I did it on the show, but isn't it weird how Fortnite has sort of become the Oasis from Ready Player One? Like,
yeah.
like, who knew? Who knew it would be Fortnite? But here we are. Legitimately, I know I say it every time we talk about this stuff, but Fortnite has really been winning me over, like, with all this bizarre content that they're doing, like, really, like, pop culture stuff that they're putting in there. Like, that's awesome. So good for you, Fortnite. Really turned me around. So
Yeah.
good for you. What else you got, Swag?
Okay. Yeah, this one. This one really surprised me last night. So,
well.
yeah. So I think it was yesterday, wasn't it, when Capcom was doing their whole thing?
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil and all that.
Yeah, they were showing off Resident Evil Village, but then they also revealed this thing that you're about to talk about.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Swag. Go ahead.
So, the game, The Division 2, it's been out for a while. I haven't played it in a long time, and this is funny timing because the day before I was thinking, you know what, I'd really like to get back on and play The Division. And I was just scrolling through my phone last night, and all of a sudden I saw the Division 2 Resident Evil crossover event. And I was like, wait a minute, you've got to be lying to me. There's no way this is a thing. So I clicked on it and I watched it. It's a thing.
It's very real.
So yeah, if you log on, apparently you get the Raccoon City Police Department uniform that Leon wears for free. They also added Jill's stuff. I think Chris, right? Chris was in there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm forgetting who else, but there were a bunch of Resident Evil character gears that you could get in game. I don't know what the event is, but I guess we'll see whenever they start it. But yeah, this is definitely really cool, and I'm definitely gonna try and find some space on my PlayStation to download the game.
It is very cool because you sent me the trailer and I watched it and I saw the helicopter come in with the stars and I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, right away I was like, okay, this is dope.
Yeah.
So when's that going to be available, Swag?
I believe they said February 2nd.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Up soon.
Yeah, very soon. So
All right.
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Good night out, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so was that everything you had, Swag?
Yeah.
All right, cool, because I just want to get into this real quick and talk about something. So we reported on this last year. Ubisoft was supposed to be re-releasing the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World video game for the 10th anniversary. Turns out they missed the 10th anniversary by a little bit, but it is now officially available. You can get it on the PlayStation Store. It's available on all consoles, so Xbox players, you can get it, even Nintendo Switch players. But
Nice.
I specifically wanted to bring up, there's a company called Limited Run Games, and they are offering physical copies of the game for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Xbox, sorry. But I did not pick up a digital version of this game because I do want a physical copy. Although that doesn't mean I'm not playing the game right now because I still have my PS3 copy. And I actually recently went through and played the game again. And yes, I have all the DLC that came out originally. But I did order a physical copy from Limited Run Games. It's worth noting they have 3 different versions. There's the regular version, which is just the game. There's I believe it's the KO edition, which is what I got, which is, I believe it was something like $50, maybe a little bit more, but it comes with all kinds of bonus goodies. And then they have like this super, super deluxe version, which I really wanted. Comes with everything, including a really awesome case that looks like a band equipment box that you open it up and it turns into a 3D diorama of Sex Bomb and it plays music and it lights up. And it has like all the other goodies in there. It comes with a vinyl of the video game soundtrack. It comes with so much stuff. Unfortunately, that costs $159, which I could have afforded, but, but I was like, do I really want to spend that much money on this? And the answer was no. So I went with the KO edition, which comes with enough stuff. It also comes with a really cool limited edition box that looks like an old NES cartridge box. It's really cool. Nice. So I got that version, and I'm currently waiting on it to ship. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about that real quick because if you're at all interested, again, if you just want to play the game, you can go download it from whatever store you guys are using, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Or if you're like me and you're a hardcore nerd, you can go get yourself one of these collector's editions. And yeah, so there you go. Again, it's limited run games, and these are only available for a limited time, obviously. So if you want to get one, go and get yourself one as soon as possible. So there you go. That's all I've got for games. Cliff, did you have anything you want to talk about?
I mean, as far as games go, yeah, there's only one thing that I really wanted to bitch about. And Swag, you're gonna agree with me too.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that Call of Duty Modern Warfare finally updated and balanced all their effing guns. let me be real. Like, I got really sick and tired of being shot from 300 meters away by a DMR, and then all my plates going and getting downed, and two shots. Like, that was ridiculous. And then they gotta do something about these DMRs, man. Like, I get it, man. We want to get players over to stop playing Modern Warfare and start playing Black Ops, Cold War.
Yeah.
But god dang, man, these guns are so OP. Like, I had, I'm not gonna lie, I converted over. Like, I already had the game bought, and I've like already unlocked like a bunch of the guns and stuff. Like, yeah, I was in the middle, and some guy was running out of MP5 from Modern Warfare, and I was running MP5 from Cold War. And once he got downed and killed, he goes, "What did he shoot me with, man?" I was like, "Damn right, you know what I hit you with, bro." But yeah, I was very much appreciative that finally someone was like, "Hey, we probably should balance these out, and we're gonna lose players," because there was a lot of people, like a lot of celebrities that were calling for it to get balanced.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yo, I don't even want to play this game anymore." And then finally, Activision was like, "Hey, yo, like let's balance this out, man. Like, really a lot."
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. So good for them. They finally got that balanced out.
Thanks for fixing it.
Shouldn't have been a thing to begin with, but all right.
Exactly. Like, you should have spent more time balancing out the damage, but whatever.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to do it for games. Hope that was informative. All right, let's get into it, because now we've got some casting news to talk about. 2. And like I was saying to Swag when I was putting together the list, this week's episode is pretty equally balanced between like Marvel and DC, and I'm really quite happy about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the first piece of casting. Casting for Titan Season 3. As I've mentioned previously on the show, they are looking for a Barbara Gordon for Season 3, and now we know who it's going to be. An actress named Savannah Welch has been cast. This was announced, 2 days ago? Yeah. And I am completely unfamiliar with this actress, although, reading this about her, she was on the History Channel's military drama 6. She played a Marine who suffered an amputation in combat, and apparently she is herself an amputee. She lost one of her legs in an accident in 2016, which I think that's pretty cool. I'm wondering if this is... Oh, I guess it will play. I guess I didn't read this article very thoroughly. So it says in Season 3, Gordon is Gotham City Police Commissioner, uses a wheelchair. She used to be Batgirl until she was shot and paralyzed by the Joker. See, I'm wondering if her amputee status is going to play into the show as well.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, either way. But like I said, it's nice to know who is the face of the character for the show. I'm looking at the publicity photo that's in this article, and yeah, sure, she looks like she would fit the character very well. I am of course upset because I read the headline when this news broke. Titan Season 3 casts Savannah, and I was like, oh, Welch, no! Oh, so close, so close. For anyone who doesn't know, I believe we did our fan casting for this last year, and I mentioned Savannah Meyer, friend of the show, as my pick, and so obviously I was so excited when I read that part of the, and then nothing. Savannah and I had a pretty good laugh about it ourselves, because we were like, oh, we were so close. It was so close. Missed it by that much. But hey, like I said, either way, I'm happy for this young lady. I don't know how it is, but so I'm excited either way. It does kind of suck though, but I'm not gonna hold it against anyone. Cliff, how do you feel about this?
Nah, man, your tweet popped me. Like, I was dying when I read it, because you're like, this is not the Savannah we agreed on. Done. I had already known. I was like, all right. So I'm guessing Savannah didn't get this part. All right, but yeah, I was laughing about it pretty hard. I was like, this is pretty good. I was like, this is good. And then yeah, on the other side though, very much for Ms. Welch. Like I'm very excited for her, and I can't wait to see how she like intermingles in with the rest of the cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Swag, what about you?
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm just glad we got our Barbara. So and like the more casting we get, like the more excited I am for this next season. Like yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, same. Although I'm wondering how much of the season she's actually going to be in,
Yeah.
considering they've been filming for like the last month or so,
Yeah.
and
Didn't
they
think
only
about that.
and they only just now announced this. Although they did a similar thing in season 2, where they announced someone in the cast like after they had already wrapped filming. But I think it's just because they're just waiting on announcements. I think like clearly these would have had to have been finalized earlier, and then they just wait to announce it. So I don't know. That's what I think happened. But yeah, so like I think we all agree it's exciting, and we just can't wait to see what happens. So
I just want
yeah,
Donna back.
Cliff, I told you she's coming back.
I don't care. I'm still so pissed. I'm
She'll
still
be
not
back.
over Wonder Woman 84.
Like that, man, the moment I saw that, I was like, oh.
Like, yo, I know we talked about it in the last episode, but for real, like when she's in the water and she has the cable and she
Yeah.
drops it in the water, I was like, okay, now this is totally pointless.
Yeah. Like I said, I was like, wow, does that not make Donna's death look even dumber than it already did?
Yeah, I went back and listened to the episode too where we talked about Donna dying, and the level of pissed I was at, like I just got all enraged all over again watching the clip. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna murder somebody."
And again, man, it's just like such terrible writing on the finale, because I recently went back and rewatched season 2. Season 2 is still great up until that point. Then it's
Yeah.
like, really dropped the ball on this one, guys.
I just keep thinking about something like it could have been anybody else, and I might have been like, you know what, that sucks, man. But nope, no, they picked a way wrong person.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh well, we're just gonna have to wait until season 3.
I know.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our other piece of casting news we got this week, which is something that came so far out of left field. I did not see it coming. Took me completely by surprise, but in a good way. Like I'm here for this. So we recently talked about the Disney Plus Marvel Moon Knight series. Oscar Isaac playing Moon Knight, Mark Spector, which again we're all about. But let's see. Yeah, I believe this was last week. It was announced and reported on heavily. Ethan Hawke has been cast in Moon Knight. We don't know who he's playing, but either way, like I said, I'm excited about this. Ethan Hawke is one of my favorite actors. I know I don't really talk about him a lot, but he is one of my favorite actors. I also just really like listening to him talk about his acting method in interviews, because this dude gets it on a level that I don't think many other actors do. And for that, and again, like just seeing like his performances in a lot of my favorite movies is like I said, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this guy. I really like him. So just the fact that he's involved in this series in any way is very exciting to me. Like I said, we don't know who's playing. It's rumored he's going to be playing the villain of the series, although we still don't know who that's going to be. So we can only speculate at this point. I'm going to throw this over to Cliff. Cliff, how do you feel about this?
I just wanna. When I saw this announcement, all I could think to myself was, Jake, I need my money. You want to go home? Or you want to go to jail? No, man, I'm super hyped because a lot of movies that Ethan Hawke. Well, I don't want to say every movie I've been a fan of, but a lot of movies that Ethan Hawke has been in, I'm a massive fan of.
Yeah.
Yes, and every movie that I guess I could say that too. Like of the movies I really wanted to sit down and watch and enjoy, like he's always in there for some reason, and I've always enjoyed what he's done. And I'm not just
Yeah.
talking about like Training Day, like obviously, but it's
Yeah.
also PC-13. I was definitely a massive fan of, watching him in Mag 7 as well as Deadpool Society. Like I love everything he's in.
Yeah, straight up. That's exactly how I feel. And like you said, it's like maybe not every movie he's in is great, but like, I mean, he always gives it his all. Like I said, I really enjoy just what he does as an actor. So
My Captain, oh Captain.
yes, it's a classic. It's a classic. There's a reason everybody quotes it. You know what I mean? Swag, how do you feel about that? I know you don't really know much about Ethan Hawke, but I mean, either way, like, how do you feel about this?
No, like I've seen him in a few things, so it's not like it's super, he's like super, like I don't know a whole lot. Like I've seen his performances, and I did like what I have seen, like I do like.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if he's gonna be playing the villain, like yeah, I'm confident he's gonna do a really great job.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
like
for
no,
sure.
I'm definitely excited. So yeah, I can't wait to see who he plays and see his performance in the show. So yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I agree. And for Gen Z fans, Ethan Hawke is Maya Hawke's father. Just gonna put that out there. Although for me, it's the other way around. Maya Hawke is Ethan Hawke's daughter. So, so there you go. If you don't know, so yeah, like I said, we don't know who he's playing. We just know he's gonna be in the show, and that's pretty cool. Either way. So yeah, can't wait for that. All right, let's get into I believe this is our final big story of the episode before Cliff and I get into TV time. So let's talk about it. We got our first look, finally, at the new Mortal Kombat movie. Not a trailer yet. Trailer is coming soon. But we got some photos from Entertainment Weekly. It was an Entertainment Weekly first look, so it was exclusive to them. And I'm loving everything I'm seeing here. These photos look fantastic. Also, how about the fact that they confirmed Kung Lao in this photo, in one of these
Yeah.
photos? Like, I did not know he was going to be in the movie. I speculated that he might be, but here he is. Here he is. One of the first photos in this article. Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
and in his fighting stance, like
Yep.
Yeah.
did you know, like
Yeah.
sometimes you'll see them, like they'll be like, oh, there's Kung Lao, and like you'll see, no, like he was in like full like what
Yeah.
fight. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, let's go.
His Shaolin fighting stance, yeah.
Kung
Yeah,
Lao
It's
about
gonna
to
be
fuck
so
people up.
sick, man. Yeah.
Exactly. And look, just every photo, like I'm scrolling through them right now. I mean, I've already seen them, but I'm looking at them again, and it's like
Yeah.
everything I'm looking at here in these photos is just like, yo, I'm in. I can't wait for this movie. I want to see a trailer like ASAP. But also, I want to talk a little bit, like, I'm going to get you guys' thoughts on these photos. But the one thing I do want to talk about before we get into any of that is we got some information on who Lewis Tan is playing. And I know Swag and I already talked about this a little bit, but I want to talk to Cliff. And Swag, you can go ahead and chime in if you want. But I know you and I are already in agreement on this because, like I said, we already
Yeah.
had a discussion about this. But so in the article, he says he's playing a character named Cole Young, a completely new character made up for this movie. He goes on to describe the character as, let's see, where is it? So he's a washed-up MMA fighter who used to be champion, who used to believe in himself. He had a lot of hope in his career. It's all gone down the drain. And I was looking at the photo of Lewis Tan and reading this, and I'm like, Cliff, I don't know about you, but I feel like this is a swerve. I feel like he might be playing Johnny Cage, but like a reinvented version of Johnny Cage, which I am not upset about if that's the case. But I think like they're trying to swerve people with it because obviously we talk about this a lot. Like, you know, Louis Tan is an Asian actor and Johnny Cage is usually portrayed as a white guy. And I think they're trying to hold back on some potential backlash in regards to it. But honestly, if he's playing Johnny Cage, like I'm totally cool with it. I mean, you and I already spoke about that. Like if he is, who cares? Like that's awesome. But honestly, I really legitimately think he's playing Johnny Cage, and this whole thing is a swerve. What about you, Cliff?
You know what? What if? No, 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 no. What if he really is playing this guy,
Hmm.
but this is a character in a movie inside of Mortal Kombat, and that he really is playing Johnny Cage?
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. Like that might be 100%.
But to be fair, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go the other way. If this is a new character specifically for this movie,
Mhm.
I'm already in. Like the fact that he's a washed up MMA fighter, it makes it more relatable to nowadays time. Like updating it because you know if you look through Mortal Kombat, like you see like a lot of different characters, but there's not that one character that's like based in a mixed martial arts world. Like it's just not there, and you
But
can
see,
make arguments.
that's why I was thinking it is Johnny Cage, but this is a reimagined Johnny Cage because
Yeah,
it makes more sense for modern audiences. Like I mean, yes, we still look up to martial artists in film and whatnot, but like, who would be the big martial arts celebrity nowadays? It would be an MMA fighter. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yep.
So, and I think that's why I think it is Johnny Cage, and I think they're just trying to like I said, I think it's a bait and switch. So
Yeah.
go ahead, Cliff. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, and I was just saying like you know maybe they do end up having like a Johnny Cage in there. Like
Mhm.
we'll just play his role. So we'll just say maybe he is this washed up MMA fighter. I would like to see like a new fighter that has like a diverse style, kind of like this, right? So like he has
Yeah.
that mixed martial arts background. You get to watch him because then if that's the case, I want to see him in Mortal Kombat 12 with Arlene because I definitely not getting him in Mortal Kombat 11. But it's this idea that we're gonna get if we can get a new character like this, like I would definitely be in for it. But if they're just kind of holding off and hoping that's a backlash, you might as well rip that band-aid off and just announce it. Like, yeah, he is Johnny Cage. Because even if fans get pissed, they're gonna be accepting because let's be real, like Mortal Kombat fans, like we talk about toxic fans. I don't
Yeah.
really see that in the Mortal Kombat world. Like I like even for me, like I shit on Rain. I really do. I
Yeah.
don't like Rain. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But with that being said though, I'm very much appreciative of like what he does in the game and who he is. I don't hate Rain to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm never buying another Mortal Kombat game again. I don't shit on the product because there's other characters that I enjoy way more in the game. So, but I would love to see like a brand new character that gets reimagined and hopefully, you know, we get to see Ed Boon's like creation into putting a new character like this because maybe it just fits for this world that like in the movie scene like hey this is a brand new character we're gonna test him out in this movie and then maybe you'll see him in the game eventually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do. I see what you're saying, and you know, I don't disagree. I'm just, you know, again, my first instinct was this has
Yeah,
got to be Nick Cage. Like that.
Yeah.
That's makes sense to me. And I know Swag. Like I said, he and I kind of arrived at the same conclusion, completely independent of each other. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, either way, look, Louis Tan, I love that dude. So you know, I honestly don't care who he's playing. But yeah, no, I just wanted to bring that up because, like I said, it was just something that struck me while I was reading the article. Because I did read the article as I was looking at all these photos, and that was something that jumped out to me. Um, but let's get into let's talk about these photos, man, because there's a lot going on here. Swag, I'm gonna throw this over to you. Like, what did you think of these photos? Like, what jumped out to you the most?
What jumped out to me the most, I think, had to be. There's two that come to mind. It's either the one of Sub-Zero forming
Yeah,
the ice weapon, whatever it is, sword or dagger,
yeah,
and then the one between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Those are
yes.
the two that came to mind to me. Those I really loved.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I love that shot. This photo here of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. because like I said when the casting was first announced, I'm like, Hiroyuki Sanada, who's playing Scorpion, uh, amazing actor, and for him to be playing the character that I love the most in Mortal Kombat is amazing. But to see this image here, like obviously it looks like the beginnings of their feud, and it's
Yeah.
just fantastic. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Swag.
No,
Keep
that's
going.
fine. No, like, yeah, you got that whole point across. Like, yeah, I can't wait to see like this whole conflict and like just Scorpion's character story in this movie. Um, so yeah, like I'm excited for that stuff. But yeah, like just even just getting like all these images and like hearing about it, like yeah, like I was already excited, but like now I'm locked in, like I'm ready to go. Like let's do this.
Yeah,
Like I've been all about MK for like the past what, like year, 2 years
yeah,
already.
almost.
Like
Yeah,
yeah, so it's like yeah, like let's go. Like I'm ready. Like give me this movie already.
yeah. And I remember when these photos dropped. I think you and I were both surprised that Jax already has his
Yeah.
cybernetic arms, which we were not expecting to see, but there they
Nope.
are. Yeah, which that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The other one I want to talk about, and like I'll throw it over to Cliff after this, but we were talking about Kano because
Yeah.
a couple images of him in here. Like there is one, and you pointed this out. Like he doesn't have the metal plate, but you can see he does have a cybernetic eye. And I mean, he does have some scarring over his face. And like once again, like Josh Lawson as Kano, like I'm in no matter what. He definitely looks like he put on some muscle for this role because he did not look this big the
Yeah.
last time I saw him in anything else. But there was also, you brought it up to me, like there was some controversy because in the article it explains that Kano is working with our heroes, and people were like, "What? That's not what's how he's supposed to be." But like, there's an image here clearly of like Sonya about to like murder this dude, which implies that he's sort of, you know, betrays them, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would they be fighting like this? So no, I just wanted to point that out because like in case anybody was still like, what? He's not supposed to be one of the good guys. Look, clearly he's not. I mean, just look at this photo.
Yep.
Like they're going at it pretty hard. Um, but no, I look, just everything that I'm seeing in these photos is it just looks amazing. Looks fantastic. Cliff, what to you stood out most when you were looking at these photos? Like what jumped out at you and grabbed you?
Well, the first photo I saw was with Kung Lao Liu Kang, so definitely like the fire inside of Liu Kang's
Yeah.
hands were
Yeah.
pretty fly to see right off the jump. Then
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, obviously with the freeze, the dagger in his hand was pretty cool. I think the biggest one that I will have to say that stood out for me was the fact that we're not getting some janky ass arms for Jax like we
Yeah.
did in Annihilation. Sorry, I know it was the technology back in the day, but the cybernetics in that movie was so bad. I'm sorry. They should just stuck with it.
Well,
But anyway,
about that
the
so bad.
yes, seeing this updated version of Jax is definitely cool. I definitely want to get more into the story for him and see what they had deemed if how come he has the cybernetic arms versus what that bullshit ass reason we got in Annihilation.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm still very
Yeah.
curious. I mean, you guys already brought up the point about the face for Kano. I did see that, and I was kind of like, all right, there's gonna be something there. Maybe it's just like that's like Graf skin, and then like he'll get plated in the face or something, and like it'll rip off and
Yeah.
show like he's got metal underneath. So there's some other stuff. The scene with I think that's like Johnny Cage, like, well, not Johnny, but that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Cole in the
Cole.
in the pit. Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of cool stuff in the movie I saw, and I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait to see like the finer details. What I really am curious, I mean, I gotta see my picture of Raiden. Like, I gotta see Raiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because we still have not seen Raiden or Shang Tsung.
Right.
Nope.
So yeah, man, there's still a lot we have yet to see, and yeah, like I think you guys all nailed it, man. Like just everything that's on display here. And Cliff, I agree with your theory about Kano. Like that was something I thought about as well. It's like I guarantee you someone's gonna hit him in the face and it's gonna skin back and you're gonna see
Yeah.
underneath. Like because that makes sense. Like why wouldn't you do that? But yeah, no, yeah, I mean it looks great, man. I can't wait. I don't think I have anything negative to say about it. Like I said,
I
go
do want
ahead.
to say something though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Cliff brought up like having a good explanation for why Jax has his arms already. I kind of came up with this one like instantly. What if, because like we know Jax is a soldier. What
Yeah.
if it's like a thing like that happened out on the battlefield? Like he just lost his arms to like an IED or something, right? And like they gave him those arms for it.
Yeah,
I would not be upset about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah.
To be fair, I'd also like to see it where like Jax is in the finals of like the Mortal Kombat tournament, the previous Mortal Kombat tournament, and he's fighting Shang Tsung, and he cuts his arms off.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I was gonna say like yeah, like what if it was like in Scorpion's Revenge when Homeboy just
Yeah.
cut his arms off.
Yeah.
But either way, no, I think your explanation worked as well, Swag. I think that's you
That's
could be onto
that's
something.
perfect.
Yeah.
I'm into it. So yeah, we should be getting a trailer soon, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have it up for you guys. We'll talk about it as soon as we have it. And it's also worth repeating for anybody out there who doesn't remember. This is dropping, what is it, April 15th on HBO Max as well as in theaters. So again, we're getting real close to this one. So yeah, can't wait. Cannot wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the news. Now it's time for me and Cliff to do some TV time. Cliff is going to be talking about WandaVision because he's watching that. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the Batwoman season 2 premiere because again, we've been talking about it for a while now. How Batwoman, you know, for anybody who doesn't know or maybe you forgot, Ruby Rose left the show at the end of season 1. She's no longer playing Kate Kane / Batwoman. They then cast actress Javicia Leslie to play Ryan Wilder, who would be the new Batwoman. And I had some mixed opinions about it. Like I said, like I was against the idea of creating a new character to replace Kate Kane. Again, not because I have nothing against Javicia Leslie. Like I said, she completely won me over in all the press leading up to it. I am a big fan. Like I watched the premiere and she's killing it. I love what she's doing. She's awesome. The problem I had with it then is still the problem I have with it having seen the premiere. And I told Swag this already. The problem is we spent a whole season with Kate Kane, and it's her origin story, and it's her learning how to be Batwoman, and she finally got a hold on it at the end of the season, and now she's gone, and we have to go over it all over again with a completely new character. That was really the only thing that was frustrating to me about the premiere. It's like, we have to do this again. Like, oh, God. Now, again, I really like Javicia. I like the character. But it's just like, we have to go through a whole nother origin story again. Like, this is why I didn't want to do this. But, that being said, I did enjoy the premiere more than I thought I would. Excuse me. Really cool Easter egg alluding to Black Mask, who we know is going to be showing up later in the season. Some of the first people Ryan Wilder as Batwoman sort of takes on are members of the False Face Society. And as soon as she name dropped that, I was like, I see what you're doing. So that was cool. That was a cool little Easter egg. And no, like I said, I actually really enjoyed the premiere. I'm not going to give away spoilers or anything, but I thought it was really good. And again, aside from some of the gripes that I had with like, we got to go through another origin story and get her comfortable being Batwoman again, like, ugh, this is why I didn't want to do this. Aside from that, I'm on board. I like it. I like what they're doing. The only other gripe I had was, I told this to Swag already, but like we finally got to see the Batmobile. and they just did like the standard CW thing where it's just a sports car with like a few minor cosmetic upgrades to it. And I was like, really? That's the Batmobile? Really? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna complain about it too much. But no, like aside from that, I dug the premiere. I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. Like I said, I had an on again, off again relationship with season one, anyways. But season two, yeah, I'm optimistic about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the premiere a 9 out of 10. It was good. I enjoyed it. I really did, genuinely, even in spite of the things that I was kind of annoyed by. So no, it was good. It was good. Like I said, I love me some Javicia Leslie. Like I have such a massive crush on her, guys. It's not even funny. Like it's bad. Send help immediately. But no, I dig it. I dig it. So those are my thoughts on the season 2 premiere of Batwoman. If you guys have seen it, you have any thoughts on it, let us know. All right, I'm gonna throw it over to Cliff to give us his thoughts on WandaVision. He's been watching it. There's 3 episodes out available, Cliff?
Yeah, there's 3 episodes out now. First 2 episodes were released last week,
Yeah.
and then we got the 3rd episode today. Before we get jumped into it, I just got to remember, right? It's pronounced Han, right? Catherine Han?
Catherine Han, yes.
Han. Yeah. All right. I was like, yeah, because I was like, I kept reading your name, and I was like, yeah, I know I'm reading this wrong, but yeah. So.
Oh, and
right,
before you go, I was like, I'm not gonna watch the show, so it's okay if you talk about it. But I'm gonna be honest. I remembered Catherine Hahn was in the show, and I was like, I might watch it. I love Catherine Hahn. She's awesome, and everything I've heard, everybody's talking about how great she is in the show. So I don't know. I might watch it, but as of right now, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She's my favorite. Agnes is my favorite character in the show. Like she is.
Yeah.
She makes the show go. And we'll jump right into it, right? So, we're gonna give big spoilers away, but we're gonna talk about like the opening scene to the show, right? Show turns black and white. It just flashes up. We get a cool little nod to Bewitched, which this is like the big running gag. Is the whole show is done in black and white. First 2 episodes, and they have the laugh track. Oh my god, I forgot how much I hate the laugh track in the background. Just for like the dumbest shit ever. Like, but what was interesting about it, right, is that obviously Wanda and Vision are in the first, in all these episodes, right? But what we start off with is like there's, and it's what really threw me off right off the jump, right? Is that Vision sees that there's like a little heart, right, off the jump, and he can't remember why there's a heart there. And I was like, but this is Vision. Like, he doesn't forget anything. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff that happens. We have a lot of different. We have cool commercials, actually. Antonio, I think you'd like that.
They do the fake ads in the show.
Yes, it's so funny.
That's cool.
They do like they'll do like the hard break where there's only one in each episode, but they'll do like the hard break, and it'll be like returning after these sponsors, and it goes into like a little commercial, and you're like, oh, it's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
You get to, but the cool thing about it too is that like Wanda really is it's like she's starting to realize there's little things that are happening, and she knows that stuff is wrong with like the show. It's cool. But then we get into like this, and I don't want to like dive like too much into it, so I'm just gonna say like in the second episode we do have like some more kind of crazy stuff that happens. Like certain people get introduced to the show. You start to realize like who they are and how they fit into it. We leave episode 2 with kind of like a big shock, and then finally this week's episode we kind of get the reveal of what that big shock was and what happens. I'm just gonna say 2 new characters get added into the series. It's really cool. But more importantly, what it is just like we start moving into like from like the 40s and 50s into the 60s and 70s, which very much appreciative of like the whole thing. And then even just like you still get the laugh track, which I can't get over that. But they do have like these fun little punchlines that you get thrown in there. So it is a good show. I'm very intrigued. There's all sorts of stuff that gets tied in. Whether you're looking, there's a commercial about a watch. I'm not gonna tell you about the watch. I'm just gonna tell you there's a commercial about the watch. There's a commercial about like soap. I'm not gonna tell you anything else about it. You just gotta go watch it for yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Right
There's
on.
all sorts of cool little tie-ins, like at the end of, which is really cool. At the end of the episodes, right? They kind of like back out, and it looks like a production is going on. But you got to really look around because there's really cool Easter eggs everywhere on there. So definitely go
Nice.
through, check it out. I'll tell you what to go check. But after that, there's really nothing else for you guys to know. You guys just gotta go check out the episodes. For me, to start us off, 9 for episode 1, probably like an 8.5 episode 2, a 9 for episode 3. So
Nice.
definitely a lot of fun.
Nice. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Like I said, you did a pretty good job. Like I might check it out though. So yeah, no, that all sounds really cool. And like I said, I might check it out. But yeah, so thanks for keeping us informed, Cliff. That was very, very well done. Sounds like you're enjoying it. So I guess
my
that's
God.
really all that
Catherine,
matters.
I'm telling you, man, Catherine. So like, you know how you have that, just like in the 50s, right? You always had that one character that just always just showed up at the right time, but they
Yeah.
had like the comedic punch too to go with it. Like, you know, like in the Brady Bunch, you had obviously, you know, the maid, right? She always made like
Yeah.
the right moves, and that's exactly where Agnes is in the series. Is like, just when you need her, boom, she pops out of nowhere. And you're just like,
Nice.
and she has like the little quirk that goes with it too. I'm just like, yo, it's so good.
No, see, that's exactly what I've heard about her on the show. Is like, I mean, because obviously you get Catherine Hahn because she's a brilliant comedic actress, and it's like, yeah, like they do not waste her in the show. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like that makes sense. Why else would you get someone like that? So yeah, no, that's awesome. That's good to hear for sure. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching WandaVision, let us know what you think. Are you enjoying it as much as Cliff is? I doubt it. Not saying you're not enjoying it, but I guarantee you Cliff is enjoying it more than you are. But yeah, so that's cool, man. And we, like I said, Cliff will continue to give you his thoughts and opinions on it on a week-to-week basis. So awesome. That's awesome. Before we wrap it up, I want to put this out there. So we're going to be getting our first trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong this Sunday. But by the time this episode goes up, it will already be out. But we will give you our coverage of it on next week's episode. And that, the movie Godzilla vs. Kong is dropping on March 25th. Again, you can watch it on HBO Max as well as in theaters. It's going to be, what's up, Cliff?
Wasn't that the same day as the Zack Snyder Justice League?
Yeah, it's releasing the same weekend.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a packed weekend, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
March
like
25th.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the day before my birthday, so that's
It is. Oh yeah, man, you're gonna have a great birthday then.
yeah, I am.
So yeah, I wanted to end the show on that note. The trailer will be, like I said, this Sunday, and we're definitely gonna give you our thoughts and opinions on it on next week's show. So stay tuned for that. All right. That's going to do it for us this week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to throw it over to Cliff. Cliff, let everybody know where they can find you online.
You guys can find me on all your favorite social media platforms at _RedDog85. So whether we are on, you know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, PlayStation, TikTok, all 14,000 of your beautiful faces. When you guys can also find me right here on Nerds at a Roundtable. You guys can also find me on Now Entering the Ring for the 3 Count Podcast, as well as the 3 Count Podcast Debate Show, which goes live every Sunday, and we just argue. It's weird to see 5 grown men argue about wrestling. You guys can also catch my power rankings on there as well for matches you guys should be watching. But yeah, other than that, man, like that's about it. You guys can find me on Call of Duty, you know, Warzone, getting murked by a DMR, fuckers.
You know what, Cliff? It is weird to see grown men arguing about professional wrestling, but entertaining, and that's all that matters.
Okay, I got something I'll ask you guys about after we close out.
All right. Swag, go ahead and tell everybody about your YouTube channel.
Yeah, you guys can find me on YouTube, Mr. Swagtastic. I've actually been getting back into the swing of things. I've been uploading a lot more regularly. That is with, you know, whatever the heck I'm playing. Currently, it is Ghost Recon Breakpoint and Fortnite, and I've still got a lot of Red Dead Redemption footage that I'm going to be uploading, so if you guys are interested in that, you can come over and check that out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I've said it before. There's plenty of playlists on the channel, so if you don't find anything entertaining to watch that's been recently uploaded, you can find something in there. Yeah, come and hang out. It's a good time.
There it is. It's Lifetastic on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, go check it out. It's a good time. Also, you didn't even mention, man, you did your first like animation on the channel,
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
was
I
great.
did my first animation. Yeah, it was a funny little moment that happened
Yeah,
while we
yeah.
were
It was
waiting.
a thing between you and your I don't want to
friend.
call them the Blue Boys because I
Yeah,
don't know who it is, but you know, your sort of your group that you
my
hang
group
out
of
with
people.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just hanging out in the lobby, and then all of a sudden, Tegan just exclaimed, "Do not eat my cheese cat." And it made for a great animatable moment,
It
and I made
really
it, I
did.
animated it. So yeah, go check it out. It took a few hours, but it was worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not even lying, man. I've watched it like a couple times because it's funny.
It
Funny.
is. It's very
But
funny.
yeah, definitely go check it out. Go check them out on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty good time. I am, of course, Antonio Padilla. You can find me on all social media. It's either at Tron Pilgrim or at Tron Pilgrim 87. You'll know which one is me. You can like Nerds of the Roundtable on Facebook, facebook.com/Real Nerds of the Roundtable. You can follow us on Twitter at RealNerds_. You can always find us right here on YouTube, as well as anchor.fm/nerds, as well as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, everywhere podcasts are available. And that's going to do it for us this week, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next time, same nerd channel. Good night, folks.